All right, Warriors fans, how we feeling? Not gonna lie to you, I'm a little disappointed still. Like I said, I made the video yesterday. I was hoping to be in better spirits today, talking about this team. It just they just do something to my mental every time. Like I said, I've been dealing with this for the last 3-4 seasons. I just don't understand why we here in this predicament again. But now this like I said, this is like a weird situation because last year around this time, I don't really remember our record. I just know we was pretty much around this seeding, this around this eighth seed. I don't know if we was ninth seed. I don't know if we was. I don't know. I really don't care. But I just know we was right around this point. But we then added Jimmy Butler, and then that kind of turned our season around. But fast forward this year, we lost Jimmy Butler, and then we traded for a guy who we don't even know how many games we're gonna get out of him. So to me, it's like, ugh. I'm hoping that maybe this makes sense in the long run, but as of right now, like I said, on at this All-Star break weekend, it just looks very bleak for this team. And that's why like I'm under the notion we should tank, but I just don't see it because there's teams behind us like the Blazers, the Clippers, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Jazz, Pelicans, and I'm not even talking about the teams in the East, but just in the Western Conference, there's teams that I know for sure is tanking. So the likelihood that we catch them as far as our loss record is kind of slim. So, and I think we're going to be stuck in this eighth seed. And to me, the only thing we can truly hope for is maybe go against this, one of these first round teams against the Thunder or Spurs, and maybe pushing them to 6-7 games. That will be our best case scenario, but they might beat the brakes off us. It might be a sweep or a gentleman's sweep. That's how I'm looking at it. Because as far as the play we've had this season, it's been up and down, inconsistent. Everybody outside of Steph Curry has been inconsistent. So, it's not good. But with that being said, I am like keying in on like 3 to 4 players. 3 to 4 players going for as far as to finish out these last 27 games. How are they going to respond, especially with Steph coming back? Like Moses Moody is one of the players I'm talking about. He's been playing like really well, and I think he's finally it's remind me of how he started early in the season. This is why I'm like, it's a big question mark for him because early in the season he was like on the extreme, like he was on a hot streak, super confident, pulling in like these small gaps, these small windows. No hesitation, no indecisiveness, super comfortable in the court. And then he got cold, extremely cold, and then he stopped shooting. Shots that you would think is open, he just wouldn't pull it. He will pump fake, and if he can stay in this groove, in this rhythm, while Steph Curry is getting integrated back with this team, that's a dub. Whether he make the shots or miss it, I don't care. I just want to see somebody on this team that is not afraid of scoring the ball and is not, how can I say this, not simply looking for Steph every action, every time down the floor. If you're open, shoot it. If you feel like you have enough space to shoot it, shoot it. I don't care. Make or miss. Like I said, we're not winning a winning team. So this winning basketball, just cut that crap out the way. I just want to see him being aggressive. I just want to see him being confident. I just want to see him improving on his game, and he should get the minutes now because we ain't got Butler. Kuminga's gone. There's nobody else on this roster that should even remotely take minutes from Moses Moody. So that's one player I'm keen on. The second player I'm keen on is Guy Santos. I rock with Guy. Guy come in and bring a lot of energy. He wild. There's times where he's super wild, but at the end of the day, the energy alone, I feel like it's infectious. And anybody will want that on their team. And he got size. The way he plays is just different. It's just how he approaches the game, just how he attacks. It's unorthodox, but it works. And to me, as long as he could become a serviceable role player for us, I'm on board with that. That's what I'm saying. Like Once again, he deserved it. He's been, DNP by Kurt too. Been in and out the rotation just like Kuminga. So now, like I said, once the opportunity presents himself, and now that he's getting the minutes that he's getting, I'm curious to see how he finishes the rest of the season, and then how does he look once the play-in starts, and most likely if we make the playoffs, how he looks against these these upper echelon teams. So that's another player I'm keen in on. To be fair, like I'm saying, I'm looking at this roster. I would say I'm keen in on Brandon Podziemski and seeing how he do, but to be honest with you, I just don't want him on a team anymore. Him or Pat Spencer, like, dang, I don't understand what's the infatuation with these two players. I get for what we have on this roster that, you kind of got to work with what you have, but if you want to be realistic about this, if you put these two same players on the Spurs or on the Thunder or even on Detroit, I don't even really see them getting that many minutes. On the Nuggets, like, what's their role on those teams? Somebody that comes in garbage time when the game is already decided? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm honestly curious to see LJ Cryer, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't we sign him? Or at least don't we have him on a two-way? Why not give him any run? Like I said, to me, this season is already a wash. We might as well see what he can do, because I'm actually intrigued. He can shoot the three. He's not, okay, I would say he's a good defender, but obviously with his size being I think they list him as 6 feet, but I don't think he's 6 feet. But being that he's like a super small guard, obviously he's not going to intimidate anybody out there on the court. But you can still get, as a guard, you can still get up under somebody and pressure them full court. I would rather give him those backup minutes and just see what he can provide, because he's not afraid to shoot the ball. He has a great jump shot, a great touch, and he can heat it up at, like, we've seen this in the championship game. We've seen this in that NCAA tournament. We've seen this in Summer League. I would rather see LJ Cryer above Brandon Podziemski and Pat Spencer, especially like I said, now that the season is already decided. We know we're not winning this year. Kerr does this anyway. He throws things at the wall just to see if it sticks. This is the best time to do it. Play around, tinker a little bit with these lineups. Not necessarily too much, but yeah, to me, those are my biggest takeaways, or the biggest things I'm gonna be looking forward to for the remainder of the season. Like I said, it's still pretty bleak. If those are the only things you're telling me, I'm even remotely getting any type of inspiration or motivation as far as what they can do while watching these games, you might as well chalk this as an L season. But that's it for now. Like I said, I ain't gonna make this video too long. Hopefully, like I said, my next video should be sometime next week once the game starts. There's really not much to speak on right now. It's been just a long ride. All right, I'll catch y'all on the next one.